The Guardian's grown significantly in North America. When I joined less than 2 years ago, I think it was 28 million uniques monthly. We're now up to like 42 million. So the brand's grown at quite a pace. It grows at over 50% a year, very freely in the way that we don't advertise behind that ourselves. It's just a natural growth of the brand. And when you look at the revenue side of it commercially, 2 years ago it grew at over 100%, last year it's 60%. And so we're still, what we talk about, we're still in our kind of, in our adolescent years. We don't think of ourselves as a startup in the US, we've been there like 5 years now. But the growth is still, isn't in line yet with the market maturity. We're still growing both audience and commercially at quite a pace. A big area of investment for us has been in the branded content space. So we have a sales team in the typical sense people think about it, but increasingly for us, when you have the quality of the journalism and the brand that we represent in the US, is really exploring how we build like deeper, more enduring stories with our partners that reflect like the interests of our readers. So the branded content space, Guardian Labs as we call it, you know, when I joined less than 2 years ago there were 6 people. Now that's like a 24 person team that really is like, if I think about it as the revenue engine that drives the commercial success in the US. So to start with, what's unique about The Guardian is we're owned by trust, right? So we're driven by different commercial incentives or imperatives than others. We're not driven by quarterly revenue targets in terms of shareholder return and reporting to Wall Street. We're driven by what we think our trust judges as important to the journalism we do. And so what that means is it's not, for us we're fundamentally driven by what our readers, how our readers react, and the reader always at the front of our mind, the viewer. So, you know, ad blocking is an issue which as an industry we created. If we didn't serve as many bad ads to as many people as many times as the industry has done, we wouldn't have it. Ad blocking wouldn't be a mainstream issue. For us, we see it as a mainstream issue which the industry has created by this continual hunger for short-term commercial return. So when we think ad blocking is very low on The Guardian, and we're 60% mobile, and it's like less than 0.5% of our 60% ad block. And I think the reason that we have a very low level of ad blocking is because we focus predominantly on the reader and the viewer. Yeah, and that's all we care about. The money will come from where it comes from. We're not constantly trying to reinvent new formats and short-term incentives just to drive revenue. We just focus on the reader first and foremost.
What are your thoughts about in-text or outstream units like that? Do you think that they have a place? Are you?
Again, it's like what is the purpose of it, right? What is the purpose of those different mediums? Foremost, how does the reader respond to them? And if that's a negative reaction and it's intrusive, then we won't even start it. I mean, we don't run many kind of autoplay formats or auto audio and formats like that because we know our readers, it annoys them. We can make more money from it, right? We can make short-term gain from it, but we don't because that's not our driving, that's not our primary driving factor, which is why strong branded content for us, where we can build deeper, more meaningful stories, is more interesting to us as our future than quick kind of either in-stream or otherwise formats that actually don't really do anything to add to the reader experience as a whole. Again, you know, video for us is it's what everyone wants. I think the point for us is about making sure we retain the quality of the video. I think in the same way that we talk about ad blocking and display, next year we'll stop talking about ad blocking so much, we'll talk about branded content more, and the industry will start to over-commercialize branded content. And over the horizon will be VR, right? And for us, VR is such a valuable medium. I think for storytelling, it can be so powerful, and it's really important that we don't over-commercialize it right at the beginning by trying to find those quick wins and really understand the quality of the medium and how we can really learn to enhance the art of storytelling before we worry about how much money we can make from it.